What's up everybody? Brent Simmons here with Roofing Insights. So if you saw my recent video, I was talking about roofing nails, something very basic, something that doesn't get talked about very often because it seems like everybody's just talking about shingles. Which one's better, which one sucks, all that jazz. Well, in this video, I want to cover another unspoken hero of a proper roofing system, and that is your underlayments. So before we get into the different types of underlayments we have here, let's talk about the purpose of underlayments. So underlayments are basically what the name implies. It's an underlayment for the final product. So in the case of these three, these are all shingle underlayments. These go between the shingles and the roof deck, or where the plywood or one-by decking is. This is a barrier, a second layer of protection basically, if something were to happen to the shingles. All right, a couple of other ones, you've got ice and water shield and some sticky membranes. They serve a slightly different purpose, but overall, every single product here is a waterproofing product. It's part of a proper roofing system. So let's begin with the basics. Let's go a little old school for a second. So these two rolls are what is called asphalt felt tar paper. Actually, there's a ton of different names for them, but this is one of the oldest forms of underlayment that's still around. This is basically made out of wood pulp, other organic materials ground together to make paper essentially, and then it's coated with an asphalt layer on it. And what the asphalt does is actually helps the water to shed off so it doesn't absorb water. But these two products, you're not seeing a lot of roofing companies install. Occasionally you'll see them because they have pretty much been replaced by this right here. This is called synthetic felt, synthetic underlayment, tons of different names again. But what this is a polypropylene synthetic membrane. It does the same thing. You can tell that this is actually quite larger, but the benefits of using this over this type of felt paper, first of all, this is a lot stronger. And to demonstrate that, I actually have some samples here. This is the 30-pound felt, and here's your 15-pound felt. So I'm just gonna put them together and just show you how easily these tear. Tore just like paper. Here we have synthetic felt. One layer is even thinner. Took a lot to tear that. This was almost as hard as beating Dimitri in arm wrestling. These are your main underlayments that you'll find on every shingle roof, or at least you should be finding them there. But let's move on to a little more specific applications. This is what we call ice and water shield. Again, there's a lot of different names for it, but this is a really unique product. So this stuff actually has this plastic here that protects the backside, and the reason this is here is because this is extremely sticky. So the purpose of this underlayment is to actually go in areas that are more prone to leaking. So in valleys of roofs, around chimneys, end walls where the roof meets the wall, that's where you're supposed to put this stuff. And what's so cool about it is that it will actually, when it heats up, it will stick to the decking really well, making it almost impossible to remove. And any nails that get driven through this product will actually seal around it when it gets hot. It's pretty cool. Now another product that's a step above is called high temp ice and water shield. And this stuff is actually a completely new brand. I've never seen this before, but you can see it almost looks like synthetic felt on the surface, but you still have that sticky backing, and this stuff is extremely sticky. This is called high temperature ice and water shield because you're supposed to use this in areas where it gets extremely hot. And what I'm talking about is like under metal roofs, copper roofs, standing seam, that type of thing. I was reading the label of this product too, and they were saying that it's also good with other types of synthetic tiles, clay tile, concrete tile, that type of thing. So this is a really neat product. I probably want to do a video just on this pretty soon because I've never seen this type of style before. And this is actually just like the synthetic felt. It's got a non-slip surface on it. So it's pretty cool. The final product that I want to talk about And I consider this an underlayment because it applies directly to the decking. But this is actually part of rolled roofing systems. So rolled roofing are those granulated flat roofs that you see that are on really low pitched areas. This is called base sheet. You have base and cap. So this actually installs before you put the granulated cap sheet on. And what's really cool about a lot of the products, they actually put markings on it so you can very easily tell you know, where your laps are and your spacing on the cap sheet. But it's pretty similar to ice and water shield actually. Again, you've got the sticky backing. It's just quite a bit thicker. You might be able to see the difference here, but that's a base sheet and that's an ice and water shield. It's roughly, I'd say, twice the thickness of it. There's a lot of other underlayment products out there. When I was talking to my rep to get all this stuff, he was getting real specific with certain things. But in this video, I wanted to cover the common ones that we use on almost every job. If you have any ideas or you want to talk about any different types of underlayments that are out there, let's open up a conversation and talk about it in the comments. I'm always reading them and I always respond. I want to hear of any crazy underlayments that are out there. I'll give you one example. There's actually a fiberglass asphalt paper that's out there. Couldn't find any of it here, but if you've ever used it, I want to hear about that. Any other crazy products like this? Let's talk about it. I want to know what's out there. But either way, if you liked the video, I want you to like and subscribe for more awesome content. I'm Brent Simmons, thanks.